Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I am TIZEESALZ. Happy New Year to you all. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to lay and sew a free part closure down. The closure I'm going to be using is a 5x5 closure. So a free part closure means the closure doesn't come with a center pattern. Do you get? So let's get right into the tutorial. So you see that small vertical line at the middle of my canvas head? That is the airline. That is where the airline should start from. So if you take your tape rule from number 1 down to the canvas neckline, it's going to give you 9 inches. That is the measurement you should have at the front of your canvas head or your mannequin, so you can know where your wig cap is meant to start from. So the cap I am using is a mesh cap. So at the front of your mesh cap, you are going to have these 2 lines. So you want to make sure that when you wear your wig cap on your canvas head, you place your wig cap at the middle. You place your wig cap at the middle of the canvas head, like the line on the canvas head is placed around the center of the 2 lines. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like you have like equal half of each, equal sides of each. Then this is going to be the middle part. So after wearing the wig cap on the mannequin head, I pinned it back down to make sure that the front part is laying flat, so I can lay my closure on it. So after I was done with that, I measured my closure so I could find the center, and to do that I folded it into 2. You'll see that in a few seconds of this clip. After folding into 2, I made sure the 2 sides was flat and it was equal half. So watch what I am doing right now. This is a slow-mo of me showing you how I use my hand to like smoothen and flatten the 2 sides so I could get the center part. I didn't stretch the closure, so put that in mind. So you can see when I got the center part, I used my hand to like pin it down before reaching out for my pin. If you don't have a pin, you can use anything that it's going to be visible to mark that spot. You can use a concealer, pencil, you can use a marker that you can clean off later. Now that we have our center spotted, we can lay the closure flat on the wig cap. So to do that, I'm going to place it on my wig cap, then gently drag it to the front. So right here I am showing you the middle part of the canvas head, which is automatically now the wig cap because it is placed on the canvas head. So the middle of the canvas head and the middle of the closure, you are going to place them and you're going to make sure the lines align together. Do you get? Once you place your closure on your wig cap, make sure it's laying flat. You can watch what I am doing right now, and you gently drag it to the front. You make sure the center part on the canvas head and the center part of your closure lays together, so gently drag it to the front. So take your time to perfect it. So once you are almost at the front with the closure, so bring out the closure a little bit. You can also bring out half an inch to the front depending on what your customer wants, but to do a normal closure, if the person doesn't want something extra, just bring it out a little bit. You can see what I am doing. So right here I am taking my time, just like I told you to take your time while doing this few seconds back. I am doing this again so I could get it properly. So just watch and learn and enjoy the tutorial as well. see that the beginning of the closure is not on the line where the wig cap starts from. It is extended a little bit. So now to pin down the rest of the lace, use your hand to hold the middle part of the lace at the back, then use your other hand to trace the middle part down to the back of the closure to place it down. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Just watch as I am explaining. So as I explain, I demonstrate so you can understand what I'm saying properly. So this is the back view. It's going to make you know how I pin down the back. So as I pin down the back, I stretch the lace a little bit, just a little bit, so it can make it lay flat, because some closure squeezes, some of them squeezes. You need to like stretch them a little bit so they can lay flat. So I'm going to do the same thing for the sides as well. Oops, that's why I decided not to pin down at a go. It's not every time you get to pin it down at a go. If this happens, you have to like do it again. But this particular side is just stubborn. But anyways, this is what it looks like after I've pinned it down. So I'm going to proceed to do the rest. So to pin down the side, you stretch the lace a little bit. Don't stretch it too much. You stretch it a little bit, then pin it down. This has always worked for me. I'm done pinning down everything. This is the front, so this is it, and this is the middle part. This is the side, that's the other side. If you watch closely, you will see where the hairline of the closure is starting from and where the wig cap is. The space in between the hairline of the closure and the wig cap is close to half an inch, while the two sides of the closure is out a little bit but still close to the wig cap, so you can have where to sew on. Moving on to sewing, I start from the side and I started sewing on the visible mesh cap and not the band at the front. So you can watch what I am doing right now. The reason is because I would like to make a knot after sewing, so I would not like to make the knot at the band at the front so it doesn't show at the front. And what I mean by a knot is tying the thread together. You have to be careful while using a sewing needle so you don't hurt yourself. To start sewing, I'm going to pin the wig cap and the side of the closure together, and I'm going to like take it out. Then the loop that the thread is going to make, I'm going to put my pin in it, then drag it out till there's no loop left, and automatically that's how it is going to sew down. And that's what I'm going to do till I get to the front. Let's sew it again in case you missed the first one. So for me to go back to where that thread is and to continue sewing, I'm not going to re-sew on the part I sewed on. I'm just going to like pin it. I'm just going to take my pin into the wig cap and the band. Can you see what I am doing right now? So that's just what I'm going to do, and I'm going to like bring it out close to the thread. Then I can make my knot over there. The two threads are close to each other now, so I'm going to tie it and continue sewing. If you've learned something, anything to this point, kindly give this video a big thumbs up. It means you should like the video because it's going to recommend my videos to people that also need it, also need the tutorial. Drop your comment, subscribe to my channel, and share this video. And if you're a new viewer on this channel, you're welcome. I have more content on hair tutorials which is going to help you. You can check it out. To my constant and returning subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome. You are the real OGs. Thank you for always coming back, and let's get right back into the tutorial. So while sewing, make sure your sewing is not too tight. Make sure it is firm. I repeat, make sure it is not too tight. Only make sure it is firm. Do you get? Because if you sew too tight, it's going to squeeze the wig cap and the lace, and we don't want that in 2025. So right here I am done sewing. The same thing we did when I started sewing is the same thing that I would do after sewing. I took the thread back to the visible mesh area to tie, and that is how I tie once I am done sewing. And once I'm done, I'm going to cut it, then divide the thread into two, then tie as well 2 times. This is what it looks like after sewing, after the pin has been removed. This is the front, and this is what inside looks like after removing the cap. So you can see the front of the wig cap and the hairline of the closure. They are not on the same level, and you can see the sewing as well. It is not squeezed together. Do not forget to cut the cap underneath the lace closure, and we are done with the tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.